Hey, Amazon. Hey, Amazon carriers, drivers, owner operators. I want to show you all the prices that Amazon is willing to pay when it's crunch time. Today is December the 23rd, 2022. Um, it's a bad snowstorm that just came through. Very bad snowstorm. And this snowstorm is not allowing people to get out and move around, drive their trucks. So, of course, these prices are going to be higher because Amazon is trying to entice drivers to come out, grab these loads. The point of this
These
video
are
is
the
to show
rates
most of
that
the drivers
Amazon
out here
will
that are grabbing
actually
these loads at
pay
these low prices.
if
It's
people
to show
stop
you
taking
what
the
Amazon
freight
is
so
really and
cheap.
truly willing to pay. And they will constantly pay
Today
this
is December the
if
23rd.
drivers
A
allow
major
these
storm
prices to
has
go
swept
up
through
as opposed
Ohio.
to jumping on this board here
This is
and
in
grabbing
the
these prices
Columbus,
for
Ohio area.
maybe 1/3 or 1/2 of what they're paying today.
Most of these loads,
Most of these loads
most
are
of them,
$3,
are
$4,
or
$5 a
per
mile.
mile. A few of them,
Right now, it's about
like this here, $2.14 a
6:51
mile.
in the morning. Most of these loads are due to be picked up within the next hour or two. So they're giving out the prices, the real prices that they are willing to pay. If you look at this top load here from West Jeff to West Jeff, is going 77 miles. Is going West Jefferson is very close to it's on the west side of Columbus, Ohio. They're going to pay. It's going to go 77 miles. They're going to pay you $5.64 a mile. They're willing to pay that. You go across to the east side of Columbus, which is Etna, Ohio, and then you go right back to West Jefferson. It's about a 77-mile trip. They're willing to pay you $5.64 a mile for that. Normal times they may pay you $2.20, $2.30 for that load. This load here is from West Jefferson. I know this load is going to go down to Dayton. They're paying $4.57, almost $5 a mile, and it's going down to Dayton. 116 miles for the round trip. Yeah, 116 miles to go to Dayton and come back to West Jefferson, Dayton, Ohio, which is also close to close to Columbus. Dayton is about 60 some miles from Columbus, but it's even closer to West Jefferson where this pickup is. Let's see here, Etna, Ohio to Groveport, Ohio. It's real close. They're going to pay you $9.65 a mile. These loads are paying pretty good, but the problem is that it's snow outside. No one's willing to go out there and risk their lives in this snow and ice to make this money. The big point is that this is what they're willing to pay when it's crunch time for them. Now, a lot of people say, well, I'm not in a position where I can wait till the loads go up. I got to feed my family. Well, I tell you what, I'd rather feed my family off of $4.18 as opposed to $2 or $1 something a mile. That's what they normally give you for these same loads. They're able to pay for the loads, but if you got people jumping on here and taking the loads for less, which there's always going to be people jumping on here. I can sit here, or we can sit here and talk till we're blue in the face about this same subject, But people are going to jump on here and take these loads, and they're going to do it with the justification they have to feed their family. I could feed my family double the amount of food for $3.08 that I could for for $6.08 than I could for $3.04. The loads are going to go up. You're going to feed your family. They have to have these loads moved. There are people waiting on their packages, and Amazon knows that. So if you call their bluff, they'll pay. They'll pay. They have to pay. They have to get their packages. They're one of the richest corporations in the world. They'll pay. But if they could get away, just like any other business person, it's actually not their fault. It's not Amazon's fault. It's our fault. The drivers, the company, the trucking company owners, it's our fault. It's not their fault. It's just business for them. And of course, if you could get a load for $5, wouldn't you rather have a load for $5 as opposed to $1.50? And Amazon's on the other side. If you could get a food to take the load for $1.50 as opposed to paying them what that load is worth, $5, wouldn't you do that in business? It's good business sense for them. So they're doing what they need to do. But the drivers are not doing what we need to do to force their hand. Load jumps up a little bit, and as soon as it jumps up, people go and take it. If you don't take it, then the load is going to keep going up. I'd rather compete for you to beat you out of a load at $5 as opposed to trying to compete to beat you for a load for $2. And that's what it's all about. Guys are competing against one another, not against Amazon. Once guys start competing against Amazon, Amazon will start paying, not just Amazon, all the trucking companies. If you don't take the load, then the load don't get moved. Everybody's talking about striking, and you know, striking to me is a good thing. You're never going to get everybody to strike, just like you're never going to get everybody to get these loads. The reason I'm making this video is to show a lot of people out there who are taking the loads cheap that if you have the power. As truck drivers, we have the power. There's so much freight that has to be moved here in the United States. It has to be moved. And guess who moves it? Truck drivers. We move everything. We have the power. These rates right now, not just Amazon, but rates with every major carrier, the rates are terrible. But, you know, it's look at the prices. You don't see too many under $3. Not many at all. Everything is $5. And of course, yes, it's because of the storm. No doubt about it. It's because it's an ice storm and nothing can move right now. That's not the purpose of me showing or making this video. The purpose is the money that they are willing to pay. They are willing to pay these per mile rates. Everything. Look at this. $3.95, $3.86, $8.85. Here's one for $2. And I guarantee you, you wait till this load gets about close to 8:30, 9 o'clock, and you watch how much this load changes. This load will change. Unless somebody goes on and grabs it. Of course, somebody can go on and grab it, and it won't change a bit. It'll stay right there. But if whoever grabbed it would have just waited, they could have got a lot more money. And these little, say like this load here, it's $2.34 per mile right now. And this load is going to go up to probably $3.50, probably $4 a mile if you let it, at least if you let it simmer and just trust in the process. In these times that we're in, December the 23rd, 2022, these are rough times in the trucking business. That extra dollar or so per mile, it really means something. The gas prices, as we speak today, they're coming down some. They were up to some states over $6 a gallon. Now it's coming down to where it's $5 a gallon at the pump. And if you don't have a good fuel card, $5 a gallon. So all our expenses are still there. But the rates that these mega carriers and companies are willing to pay, it's down. And why is it down? Is it because they don't need the freight moved as badly? No, they need the freight moved as badly. It's down because drivers and companies, trucking companies, small trucking companies, it's probably maybe even large companies, are taking these prices and running with them because we feel like we don't have the option. You do. Today shows you got the option. If don't nobody take loads, this is what happens. The price for the loads go up. Let me refresh just to see what happens here. Still $5.83. Still $4.08 a mile. Still $3 a mile. I guarantee you, in normal times, you won't make. They would give you maybe, for this load right here, the one that's in the yellow, they would give you maybe $2.40 for that load. But now we see they're exposed what they can pay when they're the ones that are in a pinch. When they are in a pinch, they will pay. So, you ask me, how do you put them in a pinch? Well, you put them in a pinch by not taking those loads just when they pop up in the yellow. Oh, that's a load. I'm taking it before somebody else takes it. And that dog-eat-dog mentality, you end up biting your nose, biting off your nose to spite your face. There you have it, folks. This is what they'll pay. Start setting your standard to this right here, and everybody makes money. Look at that. $10 a mile for 29 miles. $10 a mile. 77 miles. $5.64 a mile. Yep, so there you have it. And the further you go down, the looser they'll get with their prices. And I'll show you what I mean. If you go down to the bottom here, let's switch over to the next. See, they got so many loads. These are blocks. A lot of blocks. They got a lot of blocks out right now. Different times of the day. You get my point, though. The further away that you get from the pickup time or pickup date or time, the further away you get, the lower the prices, which is normal. But if you just let it percolate, so to speak, you'll end up seeing that those lows, look at there, 141. Shame on Amazon. $1.41 a mile for 389 miles. Let that just let that pray. When is that? The 27th. even if the snow melted and the streets got good and nobody took these loads, those loads would go back to looking just like these loads up here. They would go back to looking just like this, even with dry streets and clear roads. Just because drivers and company owners stuck to their guns and forced them. They got to be big off of knowing how to manipulate drivers, companies, into taking the lower rates. They can still, Amazon can still be big and pay these rates that they're paying right now. Don't go out of business taking cheap freight.